Hello. I'm not sure if anybody's actually watching this. Uh, ooh, I need my hat. Is that low? That sun is low. Oh, let's move away a little bit from the sun so it's not quite in my eyes. So, I'm here. I'm in Scotland. I'm in the Galloway Forest. And I have quite a view behind me. Just a bit. Yeah, I've wanted to get up here for ages. This is many midges about? No, not yet anyway. That might change at some point and probably will. As yesterday, where I was staying, in the evening there were hardly any midges, and then all of a sudden, probably when it got round to about this time, they all started coming out. There were loads. Well, I say loads. They weren't for Scotland. I think actually it weren't that bad. I've had more in the Peak District than I have Land Rover. Hold on, let's cover that monstrosity up there. That big fish. I need to get another boot cover, spare wheel cover. I'm gonna have my logo on that. What's on the menu tonight? I've already eaten actually. Hold on, let me move out of the sun. On the menu tonight was super noodles. A bit boring, I know. Crikey, that's bright. I will walk down here, slightly out of the sun. That's better. Yeah, super noodles was tonight's dinner with some pepperami. Not the best, but it was okay. I wasn't feeling that hungry, to be honest. Yeah, but I had a very interesting drive down. Good afternoon from Indiana. Hello. Where I'm at, I drove down a dirt track. In fact, I'll show you the dirt track. It's only just it's nothing particularly spectacular, but it's quite long. It's probably about 5-6 miles long. It's where I live in England, you don't really get tracks like this. It's a single track. I say it's about 5-6 miles long. Might even be a bit longer than that. But yeah, interesting. Drove down in the Land Rover, which is fantastic. I know some people out there like Jeeps, but I like a Landy. Here she is. Oh. She's doing well. When I got her, it's got 178,000 miles on the clock. So it's tanked up a fair few miles. Yes, I did pass my test. Thank you. Yeah. I'll briefly talk about my test. Yes, I passed my test. First time. Let me just remember this correctly. With one minor error. One minor driving error. Which You know, I was quite surprised that, and it was literally, it was just pulling off. One of the times I was pulling off by the side of the road. Look, you know, checked over my shoulder, it was clear. Had a quick look round, put the indicator on. As I was checking again, I was starting to pull off, and the car was flying around the corner, and I stopped. And yeah, apparently I should have carried on going. Hey, from British Columbia, hello. So yeah, that was it. That was the only thing I got a little tick against. Apart from that, it was fine. But yeah, my Land Rover Discovery, 2002 model. So it's a Disco 2. So it's got 178,000 mile on the clock. I've nearly put 1,000 mile on it already. Just in the past 24, well, not quite 24 hours, but between yesterday morning and today, I've done 720 miles now, which is quite a bit to say I've just passed my test. Let me just tell you a little bit around here then. So this is Loch Strone behind me. I've been here since about lunchtime. I didn't plan on staying here tonight, but I found this spot. It's pretty sweet. I've got there's a fire pit here. Not much wood. I think because this area is being used so frequently now for having fires, there's hardly any dead stand. Well, there's no dead standing, apart from one which is huge. I'm not gonna even bother felling that with my little hatchet, and it'd take me so long to process it that it's just not worth it. There's not much on the ground. That's what I've pretty much found. There's a few sort of charred logs that are in that fire pit already. I'll be able to bunch them close together. They're bone dry, so the charcoal that's on them will take really quickly. But while I've been sitting here, I've seen red kites. I've seen a couple of buzzards. I thought I saw an otter earlier. I'm not entirely sure. They're very elusive creatures. I've never seen one in the wild. I'd love to see an otter in the wild. Yeah. So, what else I've seen? There's been loads of dragonflies, damselflies all over the place. I've never seen so many. I saw a huge hornet earlier, and I'm not joking. It was about that big, about 2 inches long. It was like a long, thin hornet. There's another dragonfly there just darting off. I've not really seen much signs of fish in this loch. I'm sure there is, but it's just beautiful. I mean, the drive down here was spectacular. You can see all through the pine forests, and coming up here the valleys, some of the sort of like small mountain tops. It's a spectacular part of the world. Last night I stayed near it's an old disused railway viaduct. I'm trying to think of the name of the place. I did write it down, but I stayed there last night. Actually slept in the truck. I couldn't even be bothered. I was really tired. I've been driving all day. I couldn't be bothered to set the tent up, so I thought, you know what, let's see how comfortable it is to sleep in the truck in the front seat, because the seats recline all the way, which was good. Yeah, really enjoying this. Beautiful. I'll be moving on from here tomorrow morning. Not sure where to go yet. I might move over to the east side of Scotland, spend a night on the coast down there. We'll see what takes my fancy. I mean, this morning all I did was I got up, got in the car, drove down to the coast, which is on the western side, southwest. Found a nice little fishing village. Went on the beach and just cooked some eggs and looked at my phone. Worked out that I wasn't too far from Kerry Tree, which is I know it's a mountain biking centre. I used to come up here with a few mates who come up to Scotland around these neck of the woods and do loads of mountain biking. Some brilliant trail centres up here. If you're into mountain biking, look it up. It's part of the Seven Stains. You got we used to do sort of like 3 or 4 of them. So there's Kerry Tree, AE, Dalbeatty. Can't think of another one. Do I keep my dinner in my beard? Why have I got something in my beard? No, there's nothing in my beard. Oh, there was something else popped up there. What car is ideal for you? I bet you're loving it. Oh, sorry, that car is ideal for you. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is a pleasure to drive. It's really comfortable, and I mean it's really comfortable. I have driven a few cars in my time. When I've had lessons in the past, and they were okay, but you felt like you were working at it. Whereas this, it's effortless, absolutely effortless. And on the motorway or highway, if you're in the States, it just cruises along. It'll happily cruise at 70 miles an hour all day long. It just chugs away. It is great. And yeah, I've got somebody else set up there. Hello from Dallas. Looks like a beautiful spot. It is. Hello, John. Yeah, it is. It's dropping a bit cool now. I mean, as I think pretty much everyone in the northern hemisphere is experiencing at the moment, is a massive heat wave, and we haven't escaped it. Um, I'm not sure what it's been like down south today or the past 2 days, but I know the day before. I mean, we were setting off, and it was in the high 20s at low 30s. I know it's been. I think it got up to 34 somewhere down London way. Um, it's just for England that's hot. That's very hot. I mean today here I reckon it's been about 26, 27, but just a little bit cooler. And certainly the evenings out here are a bit cooler, and it will be tonight. We've been next to this lake or Loch. It will be cooler here tonight. I mean, it might even be a bit misty in the morning. We don't know. She'll have to find out. So, what else am I gonna say? Oh yeah, there's gonna be a couple of things I'm gonna mod on the Land Rover. So one, that spare wheel cover is coming off. I am having my logo done for that. Second one, these are 18-inch alloy wheels. I don't like them. They're too big. I had to throw on a set of tyres for the bike because when I bought it, they were barely road legal. If not road, if I don't think they were, to be honest. But it got me biting. Then so a couple of days later, I got 2 new tyres chucked on. Ideally, I want 16s on there. That is basically so I can get a fatter tyre from the wheel arch out, so it gives me a deeper profile tyre. And then another thing is I'm going to put a 2-inch lift on this. So the 2-inch lift, literally, all that does that raises the body off the ground. It doesn't give you any more ground clearance. Only putting fatter tyres on, bigger tyres will do that. But putting the lift kit on, raising it 2 inches will allow me to put on much bigger tyres. I might have to put wheel spacers on to actually push the tyres out a little bit to stop them from, well, the fronts anyway, to stop them from chafing when I turn the steering wheel. Originally I was going to change the colour. I quite like it as it is. I must admit, I quite like it. It's grown on me. I was going to change it to like a NATO green. I don't know. Try and get this in where I get my ridge playing. Bumper. Considering upgrading that. Taking the stock bumper off and putting a steel one on. It'll be basically... It'll be about there instead of all the way down here, so I'll have a much steeper entry angle in terms of climbing, getting up tougher stuff. And then equally on the back, the back ends of these are pretty good, but it's got a tow bar in it. I'm not going to be towing anything. That's going to come off, and that will give me extra clearance. There's like a kick plate, where it's a step that moves up and down. Nice dolphin. I know it's awful, isn't it? Like I say, that's going. It is going. So yeah, that's some of the things I've got planned. I was thinking maybe trying to of putting a roof tent on there. One, they're very expensive, and two, I don't really need one. It would be nice. There's loads of room. There's absolutely tons of room in this. Hold on. If you've never seen in the back of a Land Rover, this is what you get. So I'm having to lean right over to touch the back seat. This then folds all the way down and then over to the front seat. My daughter can lay across this. She can fit in the back. That's how big these trucks are. And they weigh in, I think it's 2.27 ton, for those who really like the numbers. But yeah, it's good. It's got me here fine, no problems whatsoever. And now I'm driving, I can get out to these, far more remote places that I've wanted to do. Get more exciting videos done. I've always been limited to public transport, so this is another tool in my sort of like bushcraft survival channel's arsenal. And yeah, may long she drive me well, if that makes sense. So let's get a bit more of that view. That's what you tuned in for. I know I ramble. There. So, anyway, has anybody got any quick questions before I head off? The world is your oyster. It is. Well, as long as there's a ferry to that world to cross over certain waterways, yeah. Yeah, anyone got any questions before I scoot? Because I have got to sort of watch my data a little bit. I'll give you a few minutes to type things up, because I don't know what the delay is in me saying it and then you actually getting this and coming back, because I am in a pretty remote area. I'm amazed actually that I'm getting the signal that I am, because where I was last night, I had to climb up on top of onto this big hill, and then up onto this old viaduct, go out right into the middle of it. I could barely just get a phone signal. Literally, barely. So, anyway. Okay, if there's no questions, I shall leave it at that. I just thought I'd give you a little taster of what I'm up to and where I am, what I'm up to. Hey, up from Deep Car. How long from Sheffield were you? Hold on, let me just read that again. It doesn't come up very quick. How long on here? How long? I was just going to try and think about this. I think it was about 10 a.m. when I set off from Sheffield. I think it was round about 6-ish when I got to where I stayed last night. I did have a couple of rest stops, and one of them was for an hour. I'd been driving pretty much all the day before as well, and I drove down from Scarborough that morning to Sheffield before coming up here. So I was a bit tired and I needed a bit of a rest, so it took me probably a little bit longer, about an hour and a half longer than it should have done, probably. So yeah, that's. I think you could probably do it in 4 or 5 hours. I reckon 4 or 5 hours easy. Yeah, but anyway, thanks to everyone who's watched. If this is the first time you've seen any of my stuff, click the subscribe button. I'll be doing a full trip video for this. I'm here till I'm out and about, driving around Scotland and other places in the UK. I think I might spend a night further, a little bit closer to home. Because on Saturday I've got to go and pick my daughter up from a wedding, so I've got to be around closer to home for that. So yeah, I'll put out the trip video. I might put it out in a couple, break it up a little bit. I've spent 2 nights in the Galloway Forest. I'm going to move on somewhere tomorrow. Haven't made my mind up where yet, so look out for that. And then tomorrow's Thursday, so I've got Thursday night and Friday night. So I've got 2 more nights out here, and then I shall be heading home and getting these videos edited, and then uploaded. So, and there's a subscriber giveaway video that's the previous one. So, if you haven't already entered that, click on that video. Go onto my channel, look down. It was the last one I did. If you're a subscriber, just put I'm in it to win it. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe and then put I'm in it to win it, and then you'll be entered into the prize. And then I shall draw that prize next week. Yeah, we'll draw it next week, and I'll do that live. So you'll find out who wins live. Anyway, right. I'm going to shut up now and enjoy this view. So, bye from Scotland. See you in the next video. Good luck to everyone who's entered the subscriber giveaway video. So, that just leaves me to say, until next time, bye for now.